I already know what it be. You guys know it's the guy that's me. So without further ado, yeah, CENAT just gave the green light for people who have not tried anime to try and check it out.
Recently, I just been going through things in my head, and I was able to, turn to like anime, Death Note, Naruto. Recently, since I've been gone, and I just been able to, find happiness within that.
Now, I think this was a big shout out for anime in his speech, because even though anime nowadays has gained so much popularity, there is still so much people that still believe that anime is still a childish cartoon, or that anime is for kids and is not for adults whatsoever. And hopefully with CENAT giving anime a shout out, it'll help bring skeptical people into the world of anime, because the world of anime runs so deep. What CENAT mentioned in his speech about anime is how anime has helped his mental health, and I think this is probably the best statement that he could have led with opening about how much he loves anime, because I think what people who hasn't seen anime think is that anime doesn't carry a significant storyline or has high stakes enough for it to be such an enjoyable watch. In a way, assume that anime is just like a kid's cartoon where there's not really a serious plot or a storyline, but it's just episodes of tomfoolery. But let me just say, getting into anime, you will quickly understand that that is not the case at all. For the most part, every anime has a pretty deep storyline, at least the good ones, and has a lot of depth and storytelling that is involved with how the story comes to light. One of the things that I personally love about anime, as an anime connoisseur I like to call myself, is that it has such a way in making the little things such great importance, in terms of either making it relatable or changing your perspective on whatever it could be. And I think when it comes to CENAT saying that it helps his mental health, you really just gotta understand that there's so much things that can be interpreted through anime that I think hits home for a lot of people, especially when in need of an escape from reality, when you're suffering from depression or being sad or lonely. Anime is such a great way to help you get out of a rough patch and to maybe find some more hope and faith in what you are doing in your life. Because with anime being so relatable, anyone can find a show that can make them either expand their mindset or just have them wanting more of it because it was so good on other aspects. The way that anime is made, in my opinion, it sets off to portray a specific goal through its storytelling, and that storytelling can happen through various ways, which I don't really want to get into. But because the medium of anime is able to approach any perspective or any thought in mind or any just story that it wants to reveal in such a freedom of expression, it's just an incredible, mind captivating and addicting experience, as anime can make life feel not so mundane in the way that it is expressed. Long story short, don't underestimate the storytelling and the stories that anime can truly portray to you. Now, I actually want to give like a personal story of mine that happened like a couple weeks ago. So me and this coworker would usually talk about like TV shows or movies or whatever, right? And this person has never seen anime, but for fun, he just feels like it's funny to troll people who are into anime by calling it childish, or just saying like, what's the point of watching something like this? And obviously he's just trolling, making a joke of it, but in all seriousness, that does upset me, because it's like people try to carry on this stigma of anime not being worth a watch when it gains such popularity and such traction over it being so good in so many ways, that I find it unfathomable that people are still hesitant to get into it. throughout my coworker just trolling me about it, for me, I just thought to myself, like, people are really missing out on what makes anime great, and it's sad. It's sad because people might just stick to being comfortable to what they're used to, and that's completely fine. But understanding that the world is so big and that there's so much things to try, explore, and experience, anime is just one of those things. Yeah, sure, you could be watching a really great movie or a live action television show. It could hit all the right marks, it could be a masterpiece. But a masterpiece for a live action TV movie compared to a masterpiece in an anime, let me tell you, it's a whole different ball game, and I enjoy every medium. So even though I love anime and it seems like I could be biased towards anime in this conversation, I don't just love anime, I love all forms of media. So keeping on topic of anime, mental health, and CENAT, I just pulled up Kai's Twitter because CENAT has been letting us know his experience with getting into anime. So I'm just going to read a few of his tweets and just see what I think about it. So what I see that he most recently tweeted is a picture of Naruto smiling, and the caption is, "I used to think anime was weird and think it was just a cartoon, but it has helped me build way more courage than I ever had before. I'm only on the second season of Naruto, and Naruto is a prime example of someone who truly believes in chasing your dreams, following your heart, and never giving up." So his first sentence saying he used to think anime was weird and just a cartoon, although now getting into it, it has helped him build way more courage than ever. I just want to say, like, yeah, I want people who have not seen anime to take his words for it. Anime in some ways can be weird, and it's perfectly fine to think that. But within all that weirdness, there is such a hidden treasure or such hidden gems that is worth all the weirdness, you know? Like, I've been watching anime for years, and I do agree there's a lot of weird shit that I might turn off, but because there's such an elaborate purpose in maybe what we're seeing, it could be worth it all, you know what I'm saying? It could be, personally. So another tweet I see is, "I know Death Note is a weird anime to mention it bringing happiness, but it was the first anime I began watching and fully had my mind off things and truly entertaining. From plots between Light and L to the soundtracks to overall good show." I first want to say Death Note seems to have never have failed to be a starter anime for a lot of people. He mentions just basically how Death Note brought him happiness because it has made him take his mind off things and has been truly entertaining. And that's also another reason why anime can be so great for your mental health, is that it's such a great escape from reality, and it can really just make you forget about the personal trauma or depression that you could be feeling in a real day-to-day basis. Using anime as a crutch can be one thing, but just having it as an escape from reality, it's a really great escape to have because it has such a way in interpreting whatever it is meant to do, whether the show is meant to be entertaining, funny, or educational. You will never stop finding shows that can help you escape from reality. And it's worth having these escapes because sometimes life can just truly be tough. And maybe all you need is a good laugh in a while. Maybe all you need is a great action-packed fight scene. Anime can deliver on all fronts. I think there's only a couple more tweets that is worth mentioning. I see one that says, "Anime has always been something I wanted to get myself into but never had the time to try and actually watch. Without me realizing anime was able to take me into another world that I can truly relate to, it felt weird because in a way it was speaking directly to me." Now for Kai to say that it feels weird that the anime is speaking to him directly, I think should be another eye-opener for people, because this is just something that I just don't think live action TV and movies really hit the mark with most of the time. if it's a good movie or a TV show that you're watching, I think it might always deliver on what it's set out to do, but I don't think it ever speaks to people directly. It's always like a hit or miss on whether or not it is speaking directly to the people. Just because it has a way of trying to find the people that it's speaking to, but not everyone might fit that narrative. You know, I'm just trying to talk shit for a little bit. But when it comes to anime, for some reason, it'll always hit the mark because it'll just be so general enough for anyone to understand and feel for. So I'm sure there's more that I can elaborate on, but I just want to make a quick video just speaking about the anime shadow that CENAT have just delivered to the world, because I think this does anime justice in bringing a new viewership and audience to experience what truly makes anime great, because I truly believe that it is more than great. It is just true peak fiction. I truly believe that, and I hope that if you are skeptical about anime, that you're just a bit less skeptical after watching this video. But without further ado, you guys already know what it be. You guys know it's the guy, that's me. Thank you if you are still tuned in and listening, and I will catch you guys in the next video.